The world's #1 blue chip trading card in the world, 86 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie, offered here in a very attractive high grade Beckett 9.5. Technically what we would call a base 9.5 because it's got 3 9.5 subs and 1 9 sub, but I would say within that realm of base 9.5s, this one definitely has a few attributes which would set it off as being preferred. Most notably just the way the grades break down with a 9 surface. That would be the most preferred subgrade to probably have that lower grade just because it's the least noticeable. This is a card where certainly centering, edges, and corners are more visually invasive in terms of the overall appeal of the card. And so as it sits, we have a really beautifully preserved, minimally chipped, sharp cornered, nicely centered example. And frankly, it's not immediately clear why the surfaces didn't even grade higher in it, because whatever it is about the surfaces that Beckett didn't like in terms of gem mint quality, it's not a discernible detail that really jumps to our eye anyhow. So as it sits, it's a card which we consider better than most 9.5s from an eye appeal perspective. Really delighted to have it here in our auction. For me personally, nothing against corners and edges, but centering is the first thing I really harp on for this card because it is a hard card to find centered. This one is maybe at most 1 point off right to left, and maybe about the same top to bottom at most. Almost looks perfect top to bottom. They don't come any better than that, or rarely do they come any better than that. This is just a really good example from a centering perspective. It's also worth noting that this right edge, which is so prone to chipping by the manufacturer, is about as well preserved as you'll ever see as well. And then we can get into the corners and the surfaces. But overall, I think the centering and the edges, it makes it for a very special 9.5. Zooming in here, going around the periphery. The corners have, there's really no discernible wear per se. They're very well preserved. Maybe just the subtlest tick to the extreme edge of this one. Very subtle though. From the back, it's very similar to the front. We see just a small amount of lighter print here. Perhaps that contributed to the surface grade. Not clear. We don't notice much in the way of print flaws or scratches or defects, but overall it's just it's a card which looks almost like worthy of review, like it could be graded somewhat higher. Beautiful card. If you've been in the market for a base gem mint Jordan, but you kind of want one that's a little bit more special than most, this one really is something to take a close look at. We like this card. It's better than a lot of 9.5s and offers a lot of value given the technical grades assigned.